Well, hello my friends, and welcome back to another video. So, I am not quite sure if you are aware of the crisis that is gripping the nation and nations all around the world. The egg crisis. Me being quite partial to having a savory breakfast and eggs for breakfast every single morning. If you have ever seen my morning routines, if you ever seen my what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week videos, I pretty much eat eggs for breakfast almost every single morning. And so this crisis, has got me shooketh to the core. I don't know about you guys, but I really can't stand overnight oats anymore. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. Like I genuinely had it almost every single day for almost like 10 years. And so maybe that's the reason why I got the oat ick. But whether or not you are being affected by this egg crisis or whether you have the egg ick, I am here today to present unto thee 3 different breakfast recipes that are eggless, high protein, and healthy, as per usual. Let's just get straight into it. I have basically logged all these recipes into my FitnessPal, not to track the calories, mainly to track the amount of protein that you are getting per serve. So I'll kind of pop those onto the screen for you, all the macros and stuff, if that is what you're into. Let's start with recipe number 1. All right, my friends, we are making a Australian classic. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if it is Australian. I'm pretty positive that it is. Maybe it has British roots because Australia is still a Commonwealth, but I definitely had no such thing when I was living in America. But then again, I did grow up in the East Coast. I had not heard of it until I moved to Australia. So if you are from other parts of the world and you love zucchini slice / it is a staple in your country / culture, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna claim it for Australia because, there's not really much else to claim here other than life-threatening insects and kangaroos. So we are going to start off with some zucchini. I found this and got inspired mainly because it was on sale. Okay, my fridge is getting mad at me. Okay, we basically have to start off by grating all of the zucchini into a bowl. All right, hair has been tied back. That's when you know it's getting serious. We have 4 grated zucchinis up in this bowl right here, as well as, you already know what's coming. You already know what it is. Our best friend, cottage cheese. So we're gonna add in 500 grams of cottage cheese, basically this entire tub. And that is basically going to give it a nice creaminess. And then we are also going to add in another favorite of mine, which is shredded ham. Now this entire pack is 300 grams. Because we are serious about our protein, we are going to add in all 300 grams. All right, now comes in the seasoning. We are going to hit it with quite a bit of salt, not too much, maybe just like 1 tablespoon. A little dash olive oil, just a good glug. And then probably 1 tablespoon of any kind of dried herbs. You could definitely use fresh herbs if you like. Actually, I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons. This is just a little dried Italian herb mixture that I got. Now I am gonna add in everything but the bagel seasoning because I like the garlic and onion flavor that it provides. So probably 2 tablespoons of that as well. And now we just mix it all together. Spray up a baking dish. This is just olive oil spray. Now I know this is not traditional zucchini slice by any means at all. This is very loosely inspired by a zucchini slice. All right, we're gonna start off with half of the mixture first, just because I want it to bake in quite a thin layer. You wanna smooth that down. And now we're actually going to grate a bit of cheese over the top, just because I want it to have a nice, crispy, cheesy top. I think that would be so nice. Okay, we're gonna get stuck straight into recipe number 2, which is basically my take on this viral TikTok thing that I was seeing on my For You page everywhere, which is kind of like mincemeat on tacos and then you just fry both sides. So we are gonna be making that, and I am actually going to show you how I prep it, as well as I'm gonna prep a little salsa, just something fresh to cut through all that meatiness. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we got our tortillas and we have our mince. Now I am using turkey mince for this. I honestly would have preferred using like a lean ground beef, but it was 2 for $12, so I got the turkey mince instead. And I also low-key am using turkey mince in the next recipe, so feel free to sub out whatever mince that you like, whether it be pork or lamb or beef or chicken, whatever. For today's recipe, we're just using turkey. Dang, that is juicy. Might honestly need a knife and fork to get through this. Oh my days. That is phenomenal. That is amazing. You gotta make it. For the last recipe, I have to give credit where credit is due. I definitely saw this on Instagram. Somebody basically took some cheese, they melted it into a pan, and then smashed a pre-cooked potato on top and kind of made like a cheesy, thin, like potato crisp. and then they topped it with some other stuff. But anyways, that looked absolutely fire. And so I am going to be recreating the same. However, I'm gonna be using sweet potato. I thought for this recipe, let's try it out with sweet potato, see how it goes. This is a big boy. So we are going to prep this by chopping it and steaming it and getting it ready for the week ahead. We are again using turkey mince because like I said, it was 2 for $12 and being Asian, I just can't pass up a good deal. We are basically kind of going to be making our own sausages. Hear me out, you do not need to do this extra step. If you want to just use normal sausages, 100% go for your life. However, me, I don't know what it is. I don't trust the sausages I can find in the supermarket. I don't know what they put into it, and the calorie to protein ratio for me, it's not really worth it, as well as the fat content and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I actually prefer to make my own, and it's super, super, super easy. We're not gonna be doing the casing or anything like that. You could call them kaftas, you could call them patties. We're just gonna be turning them into a sausage shape. So they're kind of like breakfast sausages. The good thing about doing it yourself is that number one, you can control what goes into them, i.e. good stuff only. Second of all, you get to create your own flavor profiles. That's what we're gonna be doing today. Again, I'm gonna start off with putting our mince into a bowl. And I actually have this little jar of homemade fig jam that someone gave to my husband at work. So I really wanted to actually use this in here. Breakfast sausages in America tend to always have a savory sweet vibe. So I'm going to add in maybe a tablespoon, I wanna say, maybe like 2 tablespoons. You could substitute maple syrup, you could substitute honey. Now because the figs are actually whole, I'm just gonna cut them up a little bit. Fabulous. Now we're gonna do some salt, a heap of black pepper, and that is pretty much it. Now we're just going to fold it all together. Typically, I do use honey or maple syrup when I'm making these sausages, but since I have the fig jam, I figured why not? Let's switch it up. Now we're gonna play with the flavor profiles just a little bit, and I'm actually gonna be adding some cheese into them just because I think fig and cheese is just, you know, it's a no-brainer. It's the best kind of combo. So I'm just gonna cut these up into little pieces. So this is what we're working with right here. We are actually just going to pre-cook the sausages. So I'm gonna shape them, stuff them with the cheese, and then we're gonna put them on the baking tray and cook them up. So just going to take some of the mince, put the cheese in, make some more. These are gonna be some fat sausages. Oh, also, if the mince is like sticking to your hands like this, then just wet your hands a little bit. I find that it helps a lot more with just getting a nice shape. Now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if the shape kind of weirds you out, then you can totally do just normal patties. The reason why I like to do it in a sausage shape is so that I can cut it up into pieces later. Okay, so now that our sausages are finished, we're just gonna pre-bake them so that it's a little bit more convenient and quick throughout the week to just grab and go. All right, we are back from a run actually, and I am so excited for breakfast. I cannot explain. We've got our potatoes prepped, we've got our sausages prepped, so I'm gonna show you how we all combine it together. All right, first you're gonna heat up a pan, pop a little bit of oil in there. And then taking our sweet potatoes, we're just going to pop 2 of those directly on. And taking a mug, just gonna push that down. And then I actually want to grate some cheese directly onto the pan. Flip the potato directly over the cheese. Just like that. Gonna go in with some cherry tomato halves. Just gonna slice up some mushroom while I'm at it as well. Then I'm gonna take some of that sausage I already made. Just cut it into some pieces. Just like that. Look at that. Look how nice and crispy that looks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And all the little other crispy bits in the pan, you can just leave in there. I'm gonna throw in our mushrooms. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for this entire video. I really hope that you enjoyed, and let's just keep on praying that this egg crisis will be over soon, because I really do still love my eggs. I honestly feel like these recipes are generic enough for you to be able to mix and match and just like remix as much as you'd like. I really would love to see your creations, or if you have remade any of them, tag me on Instagram, comment down below. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, make sure you do so. I have been doing a cute little help me choose my thumbnail thing every single week, and yeah, it's actually really fun getting you guys involved with the channel. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I hope that you guys have the most blessed week and amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.